So, chapter. Oh, yeah, the. La la la. La 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 lee. Okay, there we go. Chapter. No, John, chapter 9. Let's get to it, guys. Some interesting revelations we got in the other chapter 8, towards the end of chapter 8. That was some really neat. We never read that stuff. Interesting. It's like you're expanding as you graduate with your knowledge. You graduate with your neophyte experience with the religion. You're gradually graduating. There we go. Gradually graduating. That's cool. Chapter 9. When he passed by, he saw a man blind from birth. The disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned this man or his parents that he was born blind? Jesus answered, Neither he nor his parents sinned. It is so that the works of God might be made visible through him. We have to do the works of the one who sent me while it is day. Night is coming when no one can work. While I am in the world, I am the light of the world. When he had said this, he spat on the ground, made clay with saliva, and smeared the clay into his eyes. Then he said to him, Go and wash in the pool of Siloam, which means sent. And he went and washed, and came back and was able to see. Sorry about that. His neighbors and those who had seen him earlier as a beggar said, Isn't this the one who used to sit and beg? Some said, It is, but others said, No, he just looks like him. He said, I am. So they said to him, So how were your eyes opened? He replied that the man called Jesus made clay and anointed my eyes and told me, Go to Siloam and wash. So I went there and washed, that he was able to see. Then he said to him, Where is he? He said, I do not know. He brought the one who was once blind to the Pharisees. Now Jesus had made clay and opened his eyes on the Sabbath. So then the Pharisees also asked him how he was able to see. He said to them, He put clay on my eyes, and I washed. Now I can see. So these Pharisees said, This man is not from the God, because he does not keep the Sabbath. But others say, How can a sinful man do such things? And there was a division among them. So they said to the blind man again, What do you have to say about him? Since he opened his eyes, he said he is the prophet. Now the Jews did not believe what he had been. None of the Jews did not believe that he had been blind and gained his sight until they summoned the parents of the one who gained his sight. They asked him, Is this your son, who you say was born blind? How does he now see? His parents answered and said, We know that this is our son, and he was born blind. We do not know how he sees, nor do we know who opened his eyes. Ask him, he is of age, he can ask for himself. Are these the Pharisees? Are these the Pharisees? Yeah, Pharisees. They're making inquiries. Okay. The parents said this because they were afraid of the Jews, for the Jews had already agreed that if anyone should acknowledge him as the Messiah, he would be expelled from the synagogue. Okay. For this reason, the parents said, He is of age, question him. So a second time they called the man who had been blind and said to him, Give God the praise. We know that this man is a sinner. He replied, If he's a sinner, I do not know. One thing I do know is that I was blind and now I see. So they said to him, What did he do to you? How did he open your eyes? He answered them, I told you already. You did not listen. Why do you want to hear it again? Do you want to become his disciples too? They ridiculed him and said, You're that man's disciple. We are disciples. You're that man's disciple. We are disciples of Moses. We know that God spoke to Moses, but we do not know where this is from. The man answered and said to him, This is amazing. This is what's so amazing. The man answered and said to him, This is what's so amazing, that you do not know where he's from, yet he opened my eyes. We know that God does not listen to sinners, yet if one is devout and does his will, he listens to him. It is unheard that anyone who ever opens the eyes of a person born blind. It is unheard that anyone who ever opened the eyes of a person born blind. If this man were not from God, he would not be able to do anything. Yet they answered and said to him, You were born totally in sin, and you are not trying to teach. Wait, let me read that again. They answered and said to him, You are born totally in sin, and yet you are not trying to teach us. And then they threw him out. They threw out a blind man? Okay, the blind dude was arguing with them. Okay. When Jesus heard that they had thrown him out, he found them and said, Do you believe in the Son of Man? He answered and said, Who is he, sir, that I may believe in him? Jesus said to them, You have seen him, and no one and the one speaking to you is he. Oh, okay. That's the blind. I'm assuming it's a blind dude. Yeah, I never read these in the other ones. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Jesus said to him, Have you seen him, and the one speaking to you is he? He said, I do, Lord, and he worshipped him. Then Jesus said, I came to this world for judgment, so that those who do not see might see, and those who do might become blind. Might see become blind? Then Jesus said, I came to this world for judgment, so that those who do not see might see, and those who do see might become blind. Some of the Pharisees who were here with him heard this and said to him, Surely we are not also blind, are we? Jesus said to them, If you were blind, you would have no sin, but now you're saying, Jesus said to them, If you were blind, you would have no sin, but now you're saying, We see, so your sin remains. Okay. That conversation with him and the formerly blind dude, that's new. That's really cool, actually. It's like another character joins the entourage. The peaceful entourage. It's not like a Final Fantasy VII when you're blowing shit up. Interesting. Okay, that's so cool. Anyway, chapter 10. Oh, of course, the internet shuts down. Okay, so let's fix that up here and let's beep the button here. Beeping the button here. So thank you for watching our show. This is now chapter 10. I think we're in chapter 10 anyways. Yeah, that whole conversation he had with the blind guy is really, really compassionate. Changes my view of him, actually. And then we can always, if I were such a theologian, I'd definitely expand my own personal theologos of the word, logos, and figure out what's what is what, and try to expand my understanding of the narrative, of the storyline lineage. Okay, so we'll see you in chapter 10, guys. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching our show. Have yourselves a lovely evening. See you.